Search rank change. How long? Search rank.
Exactly.
Search rank does not change quickly. As David has said in the past, short-term gain, long-term pain. The things you could do to make search rank increase really rapidly are probably things that will cause you to permanently fall out of the search ranks. What we see is on typical behavior, so working on new blogs or new guest posts or backlinks, it can take 1 to 6 months to see aggregate change in the search rank. It's not a fast process. People have to understand that the search rank is a longer term algorithm. It's not magic. It doesn't, if it was, you would see sites popping up and down all the time. And while you can lose a few places up or down over the course of a month, it's more likely the aggregate of all of the changes of all of the pages that are on that results page, as opposed to the actions of any one site. Remember, you're in a pool of possible search results. So you sink or swim in that pool based on what you do as well as what everybody else does. So good growth takes time. 3 to 6 months is what I typically say before you're going to see any stabilization of your efforts.
So case in point, when we approach people and offer them an SEO pass, we call it a one-time SEO pass. What does that mean? It means that we're doing a full audit of your website and looking at all these elements and we're trying to pick out the low-hanging fruit that's going to have the most impact of changing something now, but long-term, you're going to benefit from it. So unfortunately, you're not going to see immediate results. You're not going to suddenly spring up on page 1, but we are increasing the chances and likelihood that the effort you're putting into those social media posts, your blog, updating your website, whatever it is that you're doing, because hopefully you're doing something, that it's going to pay off because it's going to be amplified by us putting in a proper foundation, putting proper tools, linking things properly together. So understand that there are things that you should do, and also, if you did an SEO pass last year, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, it doesn't mean that you're running to today's current standards. There's constant adjustments and algorithm updates.
Yeah.
Google is always adjusting the secret sauce. There's another big one that if you haven't heard about from a prior episode or in the news or whatever, Google's pushing out another huge update. And it's going to be big, I think.
It's going to be big. And
Core Web Vitals.
Core Web Vitals is really going to challenge. I think the people that Core Web Vitals is going to hurt the most are the people who are not paying attention to their existing site now. If you haven't done that basic architectural, this on-page SEO, this basic search optimization, if you haven't done that yet, you're going to get hit double whammy, because not only is your performance not going to be there, you're also not going to be able to compete on the quality of the site by itself. So you've got 3 months as of this point to get it right. It's time to start looking at your website. It's 2021.
And websites are software. And I think people forget this. Yeah. It's not a set and forget that you put it in your budget. 5 years ago, you spent $5,000 on it, or $3,000, or $10,000, or $100,000, whatever it is that you spent. And then you're like, we got a website, we're done.
What do you mean I can't use Windows ME anymore?
That's the analogy, is the operating systems. Yeah. You've got Windows ME that morphed into, which actually I think they want to ignore that ME existed.
Yeah.
It never existed. But you keep upgrading your software, and as an effect, there are add-ons, different pieces of software that you use that also get updated as they go along. And at some point, your old scanner that you bought 20 years ago stops working because it's no longer compatible with the new software, the new way things are done. Google is the same way. It's all part of the search algorithm. They keep updating the secret sauce. We know of little elements that definitely help. We know of some low-hanging fruit of things that are quick, easy wins. But really, it's a long-term plan.
The flip side to this is be wary of anybody who tells you they can do it in a month.
That's right.
There are a huge number of businesses out there who literally exist because they can promise you that you're going to be on page 1 in a month. It doesn't work that way. And if you are on page 1 in a month, the chances are what got you there will get you kicked off at some point. The only real method to get you on the first page of search results for keywords, that's a whole other question for another video, is to use those keywords to generate ad traffic.
And pay for it.
And ad traffic will put you in the first 3 slots on the page. You can pay to be on page 1 if your site's not getting you there. As long as you're paying attention to conversions and whether or not that money is being justified.
Interestingly enough, though, the crappier your website is, the more Google's going to charge you for those keywords to be on the first page.
Well, that's probably like 5 videos.
Yeah.
We'll save that one for another time.
Yeah. It does affect it. They call it quality. There's a quality score on your website, and if your quality of your website is crap, they're going to charge you more.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you coming and see the videos that we're putting together. If you like what you see, throw a like down below. Hit the subscribe button. If you don't like it, click that thumbs down twice. Let's Google know exactly what you think.